Hello everybody, welcome back to episode 5 of my Skyrim Let's Play series. I left off the last episode on a bit of a sad note. I took a little break and I think I got myself regathered. I don't know how to come back from feeling guilty. That's always what ruins an episode. That's the episode killer. So I guess I need to try to avoid stories where I do wind up feeling guilty. That's the wrong way to go, I think. Which is, I don't know, it's kind of hard because first of all, I have a problem with guilt. I've done a lot wrong, I think, and when I think about it, I always compare myself... Oh my god, I keep forgetting about those flames. I always compare myself to where I am now, and I always wonder if my changes are deficient. And, yeah, so that bothers me. I need to get off that subject, though. So, talking about Bridge Valley has reminded me about a few of my friends there, and I'm now going to tell this story about, Wingding. I knew a guy named Wingding. Also knew a guy named Wingnut. These weren't their actual names, but this... Oh. I tried to turn down my game. Wait, can I turn down my game? Why can't I turn down my game? What is that? I don't want... Wait, I just want to... Oh my gosh. How do I get out of this? How... Okay, I need help. What in the world? Did I just, like, break my game? Oh, I'm typing down there. How do I get out of this? Enter? I don't know how to get out of this. Oh, okay, there we go. I don't know what I pressed. I think tilde. So, I had friends who were nicknamed Wingding, Wingnut. I think that was it with the wings. The guy who's named Wingnut, it's kind of obvious if you've seen a wingnut. He just had big ears. Wingding was a friend. Ooh, cheese. That's all the cheese. Where's that guy now? Who's doing the Dude, you can't make me chilly. I'm an autumn baby. I am autumn boy. I actually was born in summer, but that might be why I didn't like... That might be why I hate the heat so much. Because I was, like, trapped in a warm, wet womb during the majority of the hot season. So I think that's why I feel kind of suffocated now in the hot seasons. I'm gonna eat all my food. Oh my gosh, cheese does more for you than a gourd? That's crazy. I don't want mead. I do love mead. I tried, oh gosh. I think it's called John Lemon. It was so good. Such good mead. Oh, I'm full now. And, oh my gosh, you're cold. How do I warm you? Flames? No, just kidding. I wouldn't be that stupid. Well, not in that regard. I'd be equally stupid in other regards. I'd turn this air off me. Oh my gosh. But Wingding, we were using, I think, Blackboard is the online website software where that most colleges use for like turning in papers or discussion boards, things like that. And this guy, for some reason, I don't remember your real name, could never figure out. He would always post on the discussion board, and it would like at least half of it would turn into like Egyptian hieroglyphs or wingdings, like the Wingding font. Oh god. And so, therefore, I called him Wingding. Was that a fun story? I will now talk about you, Charlotte. Shout out to you, Charlotte. I think, this story runs the entire length of my life. So, it probably won't take that long to tell, though. Whenever I was younger, I took a chemistry class from Mr. Witt. Shout out to you, Mr. Witt. You were like 80 years old and still ate bacon in the morning every day and told us that it was good for you. And I don't know where you are now. I don't know if you're still alive, but that was like, gosh, was that 8 years ago already? That's crazy, man. So I hope you're doing well, Mr. Witt. You are really, really cool. I showed him because I had a huge titanium oxide knife, and what that means is that it was treated in a way that it had like a rainbow, almost iridescent look. It was beautiful, and it was a big like Bowie knife. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I guess it is David Bowie, right? Unless we've all been mispronouncing that, like Rihanna, which I think she was named after the song Rihanna, so I guess that would be how you'd pronounce it. But anyway, I showed him that, and he was like, "What in the world are you doing with a knife like that anyway, boy?" That class is also where I met you, Luke, and you were really freaking cool. I'll tell another story about you at Bridge Valley. I met Kyle there. I met Charlotte there. Shout out to you, Charlotte. You are the protagonist of this story. Everyone wants you to win. Oh, you're just perpetually cooking. That's so sad. Is this like gas? Is this natural gas powered? It would make sense that they could tap into like I don't know, a natural deposit of natural gas to use that, but then it would eventually run out, right? Oh my god, okay, right behind you, Lydia! Okay, I hope that she turns around and blocks us before he hits her. Nope. You deal with that, please. Nice, dang, you're awesome. Okay, there's another one. Ouch, he got me this time. I took a bullet for you. What? I didn't want to punch. I wanted to spark at you. Nope, you're not there. Oh. I love the way they sound. I think, and I could be wrong about this, but I definitely recreated this sound by doing this. I think that the way that they made that sound was by clinking together some fushigi balls. You guys ever play with fushigi balls? I was the envy of my friends when I had two, not one, two fushigi balls that looked the same, like they were both that steel ball on the inside, that chromoly looking ball on the inside. But then I had one that was glow in the dark. And so really, truly, the envy of my friends. Speaking of David Bowie, he used contact juggling in that movie Labyrinth. If you haven't seen that movie, there were fushigis all the way back then. And I don't think they were called fushigis. I think that's like a proper name for that company's toy. But I know that it was called contact juggling. And in the making of that movie, you can watch, there was a dude behind him. Like that episode of Drake and Josh when Drake is playing the guitar for Josh when he's playing it for that girl at her birthday party. They literally did something like that. I guess that actually sometimes works because they had some dude like his arm through a special shirt and David Bowie was like acting while this guy was going with that ball in his hand. So that's really, really quite interesting. But back to you, Charlotte. Actually, let me kill this guy first, and then, yeah, now back to you, Charlotte. So I met Charlotte in that class, and we were, I thought, great friends. We talked every day. We did our, what is it called, genealogy together, where we did the, what is it called, Punnett Square? I think that might be something else. I'm thinking of the Nash equilibrium. Anyway, I think it was the Punnett Square. You guys will know what I'm talking about, where you like see, okay, what would our baby's eye colors be? What would our baby's hair color be? We did that together, so in my mind, I mean, we're practically married at this point. I really, really liked you. Also, you were very cute. I had a crush on you too. I never did anything about it, but I figured that I would over like the summer or something, because you were the reason. If you're watching this, you were the very reason that I brought out my notebook at the end of the class term and had everyone write down their name, number, or email on that. I don't think that many of us had phone numbers back then because we were all kind of late to the game with phones. Technology did not make its way up in here in West Virginia. We're kind of a little bit behind, I guess, as far as technology goes. But, oh, I just learned something. I wasn't even paying attention. What am I doing here again? Retrieve horn of Jürgen von... Okay, cool. I read that name perfectly. I bet that sounds more authentic to the Old Norse. Hey, are Nords real? I know that Nordic means basically like north, or Nord means north, because that D, oh gosh, I forgot what it's called, but it looks like a D with a little cross above it, like an X. I know that was pronounced like with a TH, like a th, but I don't know. Like if I look up Nord, it just shows me Skyrim stuff. So like, were they called Nords, or were they just called Nordic folk? I have no idea, but please let me know in the comments. So, you were the reason, Charlotte, that I brought out that... Wait, where am I going? Do I have clairvoyance yet? I don't think I do. But I don't think I need to sneak either. And I know I still go this way, I just haven't been paying attention, because I'm paying attention to you, Charlotte. Nope, I do have to sneak. Oh. Good thing you have aim like me. I'm also getting a little hungry, so that's kind of distracting. I'll eat after this episode. But, you were the reason, and when I brought my paper to you, for you to write your name, and write down your phone number or email or anything like that, or, Facebook name or anything like that. I don't think you had Facebook at the time, and that's specifically why I did this. Oh, okay, here we go. How do I... Oh, I wish I had my torch still. Do you have a torch, Lydia? Whoa, I don't need one after all. What in the world is this? I do not remember this at all. Oh, I gotta use my, my voice here, right? I gotta shout through you. Oh no. Okay, thank goodness. I thought I was trapped forever. Okay, I need to wait. Let me wait an hour. Cannot wait in the air? Really? Could you imagine seeing that? That would be really impressive. That'd be like, the legendary... What is it called? The legendary story of Henry Sugar? the wonderful, mysterious story of Henry Sugar. You know what I'm talking about. Benedict Cumberbatch. Ah! Yeah! Alright, sorry, Lydia. Oh, wait, you can just come... What? How come she gets to just come through? Let me turn on my timer again. Okay, well, I guess Lydia just has, like, boss energy, and she can just do whatever she wants, which I'm fine with, honestly, because she's, my buddy, my partner, what do you call that? My posse. So I would like my posse to be boss energy. Anyway, back to you, Charlotte, now. When I gave you my little notepad for you... For you to go ahead and sign your name and stuff, you took it from me, very willingly, but you seemed a bit odd. You seemed a bit nervous or strange for some reason. And then, when you handed it back, and when you did, you were like, I gotta go, bye, and ran away to your mother, who I guess was waiting for you already to pick you up. And I was like, oh, that was a little weird, don't you think? And I like looked over to Luke and Kyle, and they were like, that was strange behavior for Charlotte. And when I looked down, you had scribbled in chicken scratch gibberish. It was unintelligible. I think I might have barely been able to make out like a name or like a few letters, but truly you just wrote down nonsense to make it look like you were writing something down. So I was like, oh my gosh. And I showed it to Luke and Kyle, and they were like, dang, man, that's rough. That's real tough. I thought y'all were like good friends, maybe even more eventually. And I was like, dang, man, I don't know what happened. I don't know why I guess, I didn't know what to make of it. I guess that I thought I just invented in my head, our closeness, that she just didn't want anything to do with me. So that was weird. I wound up, even her sister, this was what's really weird. Her sister, with whom I wasn't nearly as close, wrote down her email perfectly fine. Now that's new. That's very cool. I don't think that ever happens again. I don't remember this ever happening again. I'll take this mysterious note. Oh my god, the thing's missing. Dragonborn, I need to speak to you. Urgently. Rent the attic room at the Sleeping Giant Inn in Riverwood, and I'll meet you there. He doesn't say there. A friend. Okay, mysterious. So they have the horn thing? I don't feel like taking that. I don't want to take it and some kind of Indiana Jones chase happen. Open this door. Ooh, loot! I'll take this. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of loot. That's a lot of loot. Let's keep the tradition of every single game, the first episode having technical difficulty, and also getting lost very easily in a game at least once. Actually, the very first episode of Sacrifice will not have the technical difficulty that it had. It would have had if I had kept playing it just a moment ago, because I had some technical difficulties, but I've moved past those now, so it will not have it. The one tradition that I just created, I'm already breaking. How funny is that? I guess I have very little tenacity? What would you call that? Well, what is the word for the quality that makes one keep up with traditions rather than going to new things? Oh my gosh, I see your butt. It's all nice butt too, dude. Like, how much do you squat? Alright. After I come out here, I'm going to pause, recollect my thoughts, and get back to you, Charlotte. Okay, I'm back. So the next thing that happened, years have gone by. Ooh, did I loot this already? No, I did not. Years have gone by. Oh no, that's where I was. I was talking about your sister. Yeah, so her sister gave me like a working email address, and I talked to her a little bit, and she never once mentioned Charlotte. She never once mentioned why in the world she gave me a phony email address or anything like that. And I didn't talk to her much because, again, I wasn't nearly as close with her as I was Charlotte. And I also didn't want to ask. I didn't want to be like, hey, why does your sister not want to talk to me? Because, first of all, I think that'd be kind of pathetic for me to just be like inquiring as to why someone clearly didn't want to talk to me, whenever knowing why isn't going to change the fact that she doesn't want to talk to me. And also, I felt like it'd be rude if I like emailed a girl to try to talk to her sister. I don't know why. Maybe it would have been more honest if I had just like expressed my pain. Not pain, but, my disappointment that I wasn't going to be best buddies with you, Charlotte, to your sister. But, so I didn't say anything about that. Years go by. I forget all about Charlotte. I forget all about her sister. I've kind of moved on and just accepted that as my first real encounter with rejection. And then I'm at Bridge Valley. This is how it all ties back. And I see Charlotte. She's walking by, and I'm hanging out with some friends, and usually I'm more talkative with people that I don't know when I'm with a group of friends. If I'm just like alone walking around, I'm kind of less talkative. It still doesn't bother me, but I think that I appear less creepy if I just strike up a conversation with a stranger if I'm with friends. Maybe that's the opposite of what's true. Maybe I'm less intimidating if I'm just a lone guy. I don't talk to many people like if they have babies with them, because I feel like I would be upset if a stranger started talking to me if I had a baby, because I would think like, why are you trying to get close to my baby? What's the point here? Wait, oh, I can just fast travel there. That's right. But this is a good time to tell a story and also a good time to get some kills in. So hopefully I'll run into some baddies along the way. But But I was with friends whenever I saw her walk past me at Bridge Valley, so I decided to speak up. And so she was walking past, and I just call out, "Hey Charlotte, how's it going?" And she's walking very fast, and there are lots of pillars there, and she's walking toward a hall. And she replies, "Good, how are you?" Gone behind the wall of the hall. So it was like, I looked at my friends and I was like, I don't think she really wanted to know. What do you think? They were like, no, who was that? I was like, some girl who I tried to get an email from, and she gave me a fake email. I told them the whole story up to that point, and that was just a new chapter in the story of Charlotte's rejection of me. So again, a couple months walked by, and I see her again. This time she's outside the second floor library at Bridge Valley. Wait, do I want to actually go all the way up here? No, okay, I am going to fast. Oh my gosh, yeah, thank goodness I didn't continue along that path and just fast traveled instead. But I saw her again, and this time I was alone, so I was a bit nervous myself to strike up a conversation. I felt like if she rejected me again, I wouldn't have my friends to fall back on, and I hate it when I stop dead in my tracks as I'm trying to run to someone. Oh my gosh, now you've gotten like hits off, dude. That sucks. That freaking sucks. I could shout at you, but what's that gonna accomplish? I can do that till I'm blue in the face. Kill her. She's being mean. Hey, awesome. Now I will loot your body. Where's my friend? Cultist orders? Wait, this is terrible armor? 0 armor? Are you serious? How was it so hard to kill you? That's cool though. I'll take that. And it's also good for me. I'll be very utilitarian about it. Ooh, or should I give it to you? Nah, I would never cover up that beautiful face. But this will be the first time that my face is invisible for a while. And it will stay invisible for a while, so take a good last look. I look like a baddie anyway, but look now. Sadly, boop, here it goes. Where's my helmet? Drop that. Still look pretty awesome, but I think that my face looks more intimidating than that mask. That mask looks a little surprised. It's a little shocked, don't you think? Like, looks a little like... So, and you don't want to look like in a fight. You want to look like you know what's going on and that you're expecting anything coming from you. I would know because I've been videoed in fights, and I definitely had the look on my face, and it was very embarrassing. Kind of got me out of the mindset that fighting was cool. Still is whenever professionals do it, but I don't look like that. I'd like to rent the attic room, yeah. Oh, so you're the one I'm meeting then because you know what I'm talking about then by saying attic room, or someone who knew... Oh gosh, are you coming straight in here? Oh my, oh no! Lydia, I don't think you should be here for this. Why did you have me rent this room then? I gave you like 10 gold. Can you give me that back? So the next chapter in my affair with Charlotte was, not an affair, she's married now, so I definitely shouldn't say that. There was no affair. I just meant like the ongoing thing with Charlotte. I met her, like I said, outside the upstairs library, and I was a bit intimidated because my friends weren't with me, but I still managed to strike up a conversation. Whoa. Okay, keep going, or I'll fall. Doesn't it prove that I'm the Dragonborn, that I can like suck souls into me? You're the one who took the horn. How should I trust you without knowing you? And how then would I be a fool for walking in here? I look at the girl standing behind you who's got like a foot on you, dude. Look at the way she's standing. You know she can destroy you just from that stance alone. Zombie dragons? Oh my gosh, my entire life I did not know that these were zombie dragons. That makes this so much cooler. What makes you think the dragons are coming back to life? The dragon outside. So what did I inherit? Letter of inheritance. Boney. In the name of Jarl Bargroof the Greater. The Greater? Dang, that seems kind of petty. It is with great regret that we inform you of Alvor's death. Who is Alvor? The deceased has bequeathed unto you a measure of inheritance in the amount of 100 gold pieces. Awesome. The Jarl Court has levied an amount of 10 gold pieces, you sons of from the sum, as the lawfully and honorably due tax. The remainder has been commended unto the care of a trusted courier for deliverance. Is that it? Okay, cool. So someone's dead. I don't know them. That's fine. So when I met Charlotte outside of the library, I decided to speak to her. And I don't remember what exactly was said between us. I said, hi, how's it going? You probably don't remember me. And she was like, oh yeah, I totally remember you. And then it went dead. And I was like, oh, well, good seeing you. You know, hope things are doing well. And she was like, yeah, you too. And then I moved on. So that seemed like a conclusive and definitive end. Finally, I could put it behind me, and I just knew that there wasn't anything strange. She just wasn't interested in being my friend any longer. At least that's what I thought. Years later again. I'm like an adult now. We're both adults now. Years later, I'm on Facebook, and I see a little notification pop up. And it's her sending me a friend request. So I was like, oh wow, she finally got a Facebook. I'll add that. Didn't think much of it. And then she messages me. I should pull up the message just to really, really, get accurately what that message was. You know what? I think I'm going to do it. I have been scrolling for 15 minutes. We've talked a lot more than I remember, I guess. So I'm absolutely not going to scroll anymore. I will give you the paraphrased version. Hopefully that'll be as good. Ah! I'm very peaceful now, having scrolled for so long and not. It's been dead silent for 15 minutes, literally. I've been scrolling for oh my god, you're not a rat, you're a wolf. Dang, has my destruction gotten tougher? I think it has. Anyway, the paraphrased version of what she said whenever she finally broke the silence and messaged me on Facebook was something along the lines of, hey, you might not remember me, but I feel bad about something. Back in the old days, we were in a class together, and you wanted my email. The problem was, I didn't have an email, and I was embarrassed about it, and also I was cramping that day. So, because I didn't want to get into it, I scribbled something illegible on a piece of paper that you gave me, and then ran away forever to leave out of your life. You may not remember this either, but we saw each other a few years later at Bridge Valley, where you asked me how I was doing. I was late for class and on the verge of tears because I had just failed one of my homework assignments. So, I ran away from you then as well. You may not remember this, but even a while later, we saw each other on the 3rd floor of Bridge Valley in the business center, and we talked a little bit, and it was very nice. But I felt very embarrassed about all the other things that had happened, so at that point, I had given up on the friendship and ever achieving your forgiveness. I now message you with a heavy heart and with large hopes that you will forgive the incredibly shy and anxiety-filled old Charlotte, and maybe we can be friends now. It blew my mind. First of all, I thought that I wasn't even on this girl's radar, let alone that she had experienced a repeating thought about me, such as I had her, because I always wondered why she had rejected me. And I guess she had always felt a little bad for rejecting me. So it was the perfect closure. Congratulations to you and your husband. I don't know if you're married or if you're engaged. I know that you're engaged, but I don't know if the wedding's happened yet. So congratulations on that. And I'm super happy that I got to talk to you for a little bit. We don't talk anymore, but I guess that kind of makes sense because we went a long time without talking. Then I think you got a boyfriend and started maybe, I don't know if you had a boyfriend when we started talking already, but either way, completely understand. No hard feelings whatsoever as far as that's concerned. Super glad that you reached out and super, super glad that we had that closure. We had some great times, funny laughs. I never saw you again, though. I wish we had done that kayaking trip like we had talked about over text, but very, very happy. Very nice ending to an otherwise very mysterious and very suspenseful story, huh? Wouldn't you say? I remember back in that class, it was a really cool class. Like, we used to just go to the gym every now and then and play basketball, I think in the middle of it. And I also know that Hello. Yeah, I've heard this all before. Look at what I got, dude. Look at my backup coming at you with that posture. You really... No way I'm gonna have... That shouldn't even be an option, dude. I'm not gonna lie about it. I do have the money. Or she has the money, at least. Not gonna give you... Persuade? How is giving you any amount of money persuading you? I'm not gonna haggle with you. How about you let me through and I don't kill you? Boom. Alright, die. Yeah. Oh no! I'm glad you can take a hit and also not hold a grudge. Oh, can I have some food? I cannot use this while in combat. Oh god! Well, thank you for telling me, oh pot of clairvoyance. Alright, let's go in here and whoop up these baddies. What do y'all say? Minor healing? I'll take those. But we also used to go to the kitchen every now and then to like wash out our beakers and stuff. It was a chemistry class. I don't know if I mentioned that. Ooh, cheese. Definitely want to take some cheese. Cheese is as good as a healing potion. Excuse me. Dang. It is... You're doing a lot of killing in this. And I never really realized back in the day how much killing this was. I never really thought much about violence in video games because I guess I was born into a world with violent video games. Like I said, I played Blood, Sacrifice, all kinds of violent video games sitting on my dad's lap, so it never really shocked me until I played VR. VR was, to me... a new world. I know that a lot of people probably watching this will be younger, and a lot of you were born into a world, or at least became, like, sentient in a world where VR was real and just a thing, like every other video game. But the first time that I killed something in VR, that I held my weapon, saw it in 3D right before my eyes, and used it to bash someone's head in, I realized, wow, this must be what the older generations felt about the video games that I used to play and didn't find violent. Like, I really had a new perspective on it, and it was super violent. It felt... I really had, like, trouble with the first time that I killed something like that in VR. It was really, really quite the experience. Now it doesn't bother me as much, which is probably not a good thing. It probably, speaks to my desensitization for violence. I do love the music of this game. But whenever I went to the kitchen one day to clean out some beakers, I saw some spoons in the drawer. And I kind of know how to play spoons. I know how to hold them, basically, and I know how to kind of whack them to get some kind of sounds out, maybe. So I told all my friends there, including Charlotte. Charlotte was privy to this scene, this spectacle. I was like, do y'all know I can play spoons? They were like, prove it, bro. And I just started going like tick 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 tick, like a really lame beat, but I guess it impressed them, their kid minds, because when I mentioned that to Charlotte, I asked her if she remembered that. She was like, dude, that's a core memory. Are you kidding me? I remember that so distinctly. And I was like, I don't think it was very impressive. I think it was just all that I had to show for myself at the time. And she was like, well, speaking as a bystander, it was super impressive. Definitely impressed me. So that's a great memory. I remember one of the only times I was kind of, I don't know, like I said in Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, I think my friends kind of saw me as like the rough one, or at least that friends group. I had a couple different friends groups, and in one of them I was the wuss. And they were the ones that would like be in fights all the time and like pulling knives and trash like that. And to them I was a wuss, or at least a kind of happy-go-lucky sunshiny guy. Where the heck am I going? Okay, cool, I'm still on the right track. Wait, am I? Let's plot. Yeah, I just follow the river a little bit. To my left. Wait, how am I not looking at the river? To my right. To my south. I should just go by the cardinal directions. That'd be much easier. But to my other group of friends, I think I was an idiot. And then to the last group of friends, I was like the bad one. The one that was kind of like aggressive, angry, volatile. It's so strange to have like, because they were truly, I guess, reflections of the opposite of my perception. Like, my smart friends thought I was the dummy that they could just kind of like cut loose with, maybe like do some illicit substances with, and, you know, like just kind of slum it, you know, go slumming around with the stupid guy, the idiot, who's a fun time, but not much for conversation. To my other friends who kind of thought that I was a wuss, they thought I was also pretty intellectual. You know, if something needed to be, if they needed a, what do you call it, a arbiter, usually I was that. And to my other friends, I was just kind of like a spectacle. If I would do something, like if I went to that church group I talked about in Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, and I flipped them off, then they'd be like, oh, dude, what? We can't believe it. And that was very fun to play that role to them. Really, all that I did, though, was wear a backwards hat and some like a wallet chain. And they were like, dude, you must be a bad boy. And that was really all that I did to earn that title from them. But moving back to the point, with my friends that thought I was, I guess, just kind of the partier, they didn't really have much of an opinion with me otherwise, and this particular group of friends, I'm talking about you, Anthony, Hunter, Micah, Chris, all you guys, y'all weren't exactly smart either, but we were all just kind of partying, hanging out, having a good time. It was actually at Anthony's birthday party. Dude, you had some of the best birthday parties that I had ever been to. Truly freaking the stuff of legend. I remember that one year that this won't actually sound like a good party, but it was just one of my favorite memories because you had sat down one of your like Purple Crush drinks. Oh my gosh, who's in the wrong here? You? Vampire? Oh no. This is probably going to be another prank, and she's going to turn around and be like, I'm a vampire too. Oh my gosh, you're too tough. Vampires are too tough. Oh, okay. You've made your points, Are you still following me? Can you? Oh my god, there's two. No way, dude. Are you kidding me? Come with me. Wait, what? Why are you vampires on vampires? Are you a friendly vampire? Come with me if you want to live. Where did the friendly... Oh, you guys killed the friendly one, of course. Of course, it's always those who are best in the world that die first. Only the good die young. Candle that shines twice as bright burns half as long. Every idiom about goodness is how goodness is punished. I think it was in The Republic by Plato that he said that there is no man more unjust than he who does wrong and is rewarded, and there is no man more just than he who does right and is punished. I thought that was very interesting. It kind of... I don't think that someone necessarily needs to be punished in order to be more just, but I do think that it purges or culls out those who do just things only for the reward, if they are going to be punished and know that they will be punished. You know what I mean? So that's very interesting, and I think he had a lot right in that book. Definitely a lot strange. He thought that you shouldn't listen to the Dorian mode in music because it made you feminine and a bad fighter. He had... Oh my god! Is that your house? Oh my Jesus! That made me jump again. You have a lovely house. Too bad I'm gonna kill you now. And take it. What? What was that? Kind of a... What do you... You killed a crab! Oh my gosh. You are a tough kitty. Oh my god! Okay, let's eat some food. Let's eat some cheese. I don't know how I would have an appetite after being attacked by... Oh, it's time to end an episode. Okay, what was I talking about? I gotta finish the story then. Oh yeah, so I was at Anthony's house for his birthday party, and he had finished an orange soda, set it on the ground, and Micah didn't see it, and then sat down on it, and crushed the can, and squirted that Fanta up his butt. And, I mean, it must have actually entered his butthole, because he, like, screamed out, "Ah!" And then when he stood up, it like slowly poured back out through his jeans. So I'm only imagining that dude got with carbonated orange Fanta. So that was absolutely hilarious. We truly fell about the place. But moving on, I think it was at either that same party or a subsequent party. It was definitely at Anthony's house, and it was one of his birthday parties. I didn't know that. I think actually it was the first birthday party that I attended, specifically because I didn't know you had a piano. A really beautiful piano, too. It was a baby grand, I think, or maybe it was just a stand-up. But you had that piano. Are you going to fight me? No, you're cowering. Why are you cowering? What's going on here? Did I walk into some trash? Or you're still a little freaked out, huh? Oh, that's a very weird interaction we just had. Let me just move on. Am I going the right way? Yeah. So I didn't know you had a piano. And I play piano. And I play it, I think, somewhat well. And I had just... Oh my gosh. Oh no. I had just finished learning Turkish March. And I decided that I would just sit down and play it. And to me, I didn't think anything of it because playing piano has just been a part of my life. I took lessons when I was very young. And after I stopped taking those lessons, I still just like played around on piano. I had a keyboard already, you know, it was just like a part of who I was to play piano. And after I got done playing, I like stopped and looked up, and everyone, all of my friends, had gathered around me and were watching with like open mouths and wide eyes. And at that moment I realized no one knew of that group that I could actually play piano. And I was just like, haha, yeah. And Hunter, I remember it was you, Hunter, you were like, that was the last thing I was expecting. And that was that was one of the greatest memories of my life. That was one of the main times in my life that I felt like I truly had a talent and that I actually impressed people. And it was super, super cool. So I'll end it on that great note. Thank you so much for watching. I'm very happy, and I'll see you guys next time. Let me get my girl on my save.